On with the show.
It's another episode of the often imitated, never duplicated Voices of Misery podcast. And of course, I am one half of your dynamic duo, the nerds. I'm the nerd and you are...
Nerdette, why are you laughing already?
Why do you think? Because it's another 3-day weekend for the nerds. So I was getting a little festive a little early today. So that's why I'm smiling. And it's been a pretty damn good day. I've had a really good past couple of days. So... I don't want to be rude because no one gives a shit about me. Everyone came here and what the hell you've been up to.
Yeah, but I don't do shit.
I know they're all chanting along when I'm going to pass it over to you and say, what the hell have you been up to? And everyone's going to say...
Nothing.
There you go. There you fucking go.
I watched 2 more episodes of the Rewind the 90s. I watched the Internet episode and then the Rivals episode.
Oh, about the Internet coming out?
Yeah.
That's got to be cool. That's going to be a good one.
Dude, you're high as hell, man.
It's got to be a good one.
God.
No, it's got to be interesting. Don't you remember when the Internet came out?
Yeah, it was awesome.
When they said the information superhighway, I literally thought, because I was a fucking kid, that they had like shit underground. I had no fucking clue. I mean, it's the Internet. Like, how the hell do you explain what the Internet is to someone who's never heard of it before? I mean, this is brand new. I had no idea. I mean, they called it the superhighway information. What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, I don't think I gave a shit until we got a AOL disc sent to the house in the mail.
My fucking
and then I'm like, what's that?
This is cool. You're talking to people?
Everyone get the fuck off the phone so I can get on. Yeah, I don't know. So I watched that. The Rivals episode was pretty good, too. It had Nancy and Tanya, the ice skating thing. And then it had NSYNC and Backstreet Boys.
Okay. You know, they all got along.
Yeah.
We always thought that they were like feuding and shit back in the day.
Yeah. So that episode was good too. And then I finished watching the Natalia Grace documentary.
Dish.
I don't know what to say I can't stop watching it. Mm-hmm. I don't know what to say.
I watched part of it with you yesterday.
I don't know if I believe any of them. Like, there are times where I think she's acting. And I'm just like, because I don't know. Like, I know shit happened to her. I'm not saying she's lying about everything, but I don't think she's telling the full truth with everything. And there were moments where she's crying and, like, there's no tears. Like, what in the fuck is happening? And, like, then sometimes she, like, literally acts like she's acting, like the dad. And I'm just like, oh, God. Like, I don't know. I don't believe either one of them. I think it's all a fucking mess.
I did conveniently walk out when you were watching it, and I did make a comment. I'm like, who's this F word? And of course, it was the dad on the TV. And you said I was going to have a reaction when I saw him, and I sure as hell
yes. Right?
Yeah,
he's very overdramatic.
You were not
like,
overreacting.
Just calm down and just tell the story. Like, you're being stupid.
Yep.
And you're hard to watch. Because I can't believe a word out of your freaking mouth. But what I liked about this season is that this was her side of the story. So her talking. And then the last 2 episodes is literally the 2 of them having like a face-to-face. They haven't seen each other in years, whatever. So they're having a face-to-face, and she's asking him questions. And of course he's not answering most of them. Like, just being shady as hell. But when he does answer, like, the documentary will go back to season 1 where he says something completely different and air the clip. And I'm like...
Live while he's...
Yeah.
So you get his reaction that he's saying
No, they're not showing him. But, like, he'll say something in the conversation, and then the documentary will... rewind to a clip from the year before.
You gotta fact check someone like that in real time. Like, motherfucker, you just said this last week.
Like, he's such a fucking liar. But I don't know. I can't stop watching it. But it's over now. And the way it ended, looks like there's gonna be a season 3. So I don't know. It'll be interesting.
That fucking sucks, man.
What?
I was gonna fucking like say something because there was something else I was gonna mention. It just completely fucking came in my head and I just lost it.
But the thing is, like, I'm like, I don't know with this document. Like, it makes me feel really uneasy. Like, the mom hasn't said anything. She finally went out on Facebook. I don't know if it was yesterday or whatever, and had this whole long statement she posted, right? Mm-hmm. And I read all that. but she's refusing to do any interview for anybody. Mm-hmm. And that just gets me to question, like, well, why? Why won't you come and say your side of the whole story? Like, it's fucking weird. And are the other two making money? Because the way it ended is like, oh, now so there's going to be another, it's not closed, we're going to keep on going. Like, it ended fucking odd, where now she's having a problem with the fucking family that just adopted her.
Yeah, they were crying, if I remember correctly. They were, like, in tears.
And, like, that dude
and then it
rubs me the wrong way.
30 seconds later, they were fighting, and they were like, you gotta come get her. Get
right.
her out of the house. What the fuck with this kid?
Apparently, they adopted her, and 2 weeks later, something fucking happens, and then it just says, Natalia's story will continue. Like, okay, so we're going in for another season. But did this, whatever this incident was, did it happen because they want to keep going? Mm-hmm. I haven't looked it up, so I don't know if they got paid or not, but I'm just wondering, because it's just like, this is a never-ending fucking thing. Like, why? And it's just these people that are talking. Why isn't the mom talking?
It's up to our buddy Brian has popped up in the chat. How's it going tonight, buddy? I know he's eating some good stuff today, man. He posted something in the chat
he posted
today.
amazing waffles, I think. They looked fucking amazing.
You know, he's trying to sabotage my 2024.
Or something. Like, I don't know. It looked fucking good.
The Wonderlust waffle, and it looked freaking phenomenal, man. He's trying to sabotage my 2024 by showing me these delicious carbs and sugar. All sorts of things.
I don't even say anything anymore. I just look at him like, that looks amazing. Exit out.
Well, we do have a diner nearby that looks kind of like that, the food, right? It looks
pretty
good.
Really?
I mean, this is the South. I mean, they kind of just fucking shit on the plate and say, here's your food.
They
there you go.
gravy on everything. It's disgusting.
Yeah, pretty much. What else you watch?
And then One Tree Hill. I gave up on you. I'm not waiting for you no more.
You said fuck. You said fuck.
I said fuck you and your BFF. Pace. I'm done waiting. I understand that you guys take it slow, but waiting 2 days before you do another episode.
You see, we have a stalker. The Toxic Twins are filing a complaint, a formal complaint against one half of the Big Titty Committee. We can't say which member because we're in litigation right now. We are being harassed and stalked by this woman. And you're just trying to find out exactly.
We were at the same episode on Wednesday.
We are in litigation right now. We can't talk about the case on air.
And I knew that you were working. So like, okay, I'm not going to watch anything Thursday during the day. Like, no big deal. I'll watch the Natalia Grace thing. And then Thursday night comes and you're still not watching. And I'm like, what the fuck is he watching? So I just went and skipped ahead. I think I'm 8 episodes ahead of you.
Oh,
so hurry up.
Really quick, the Wonderlust has wild berries in it, plus on top vanilla, yogurt, and granola.
See, that sounds good.
Oh my god, Brian, he's making me hungry. I'm freaking high and he's screwing me. You're supposed to tell me about the food after the show. That's when I'm gonna have my munchies. Well, what else did you watch? Anything else? Or?
No, that took up all my time.
Alright, so yesterday I watched some hilarious stuff on the Paramount app. And I never go on the Paramount app, but for some reason I was just in the mood to laugh. I wonder why. And I put on the Jeff Ross roast that I haven't seen in like years. And there was a new one.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that I didn't know, but one I didn't see was one where he roasted the police because he roasted the people in jail. We saw that one.
Yeah.
And that was hilarious. I went and saw that one. And then he roasted the cops, which is almost funnier than the one where he roasted the police. And there was another one where he did like Jeff Ross roast America. I was just watching those, man. Paramount has a lot of good comedy specials, a lot of good stand-ups. Yeah. So I might be going through and watching those again, man. That was a really good way to spend the night. That's what I was doing yesterday. So that's why I wasn't watching One Tree Hill. But I did go back to it tonight, and I do have some thoughts about that one. But before I do, there was another show I was watching today. Because I was in the mood for some Westerns, and I was told to rewatch this show.
I had said in the beginning that it was a Western, and someone told you it wasn't. For some odd reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck that was.
And I don't know. You had tried to watch it. You could not get into it, and I can't remember why. But I'm so glad you went back because I loved that. 1883 was so freaking good. 1923, not so much. That was not my cup of tea. But 1883 was really good.
I watched the first 4 episodes, and I don't know what it was. I just got bored with it. I think I might have just watched a Western or two.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I think it was back then.
And I needed to get the fuck away from it for a little bit. And now I'm like, I kind of wanted to see a cowboy thing today. Mm-hmm. And I was watching that. I'm like, oh, this is fucking good, man.
Yeah. That was a good show.
Faith Hill's first acting role. Knocked it out of the park, man. Mm-hmm. Great job. Her husband's a really good actor, too, but he's done stuff before. So I'm about 3 episodes into that one now. Really good show, though, man. And it's only 10 episodes, which is great. And then 1923 is the next one. That's only 9 or 10 episodes.
Yeah.
And then I'm done. I'm waiting for Southland to come back.
Yellowstone.
So when Southland comes back, I'll have something else to watch. You're supposed to be wrapping that one up, this year?
Yeah, good luck.
The end of this, what do you mean good luck?
It was supposed to come out in November, but they haven't even written it or started filming yet.
They haven't even written this shit yet?
No, because there was a writer's strike.
Lord.
So we have
telling me this motherfucker,
at least
strike.
a year. And his divorce and all this bullshit. So we have at least a year before it comes out.
I mean, just because there's writer's strike, he can't just write shit on the side in his house. I mean, what the fuck? He can't
you
just...
would think they sit at their desk and just they're
bug
bored.
His fucking house, where they going to steal his pens from his home so he can't write. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, let's get on the One Tree Hill here. So I was watching a few episodes of that one, man, and I don't even know where to start on this one. This show is so fucking ridiculous. It moves at this unreal pace, and it never slows down.
Which is so funny to me, because it's literally season 1 and 2 are junior year. That's slow. And then season 3 and 4 are senior year.
No.
So how is it moving too fast for you?
I will tell you right now. This episode, this is one episode, people, and it's a throwaway episode in a 23 episode season. This is episode number 9. So it starts off the state championship game. The one brother, who's like the star basketball player, is in a gambling, or not a gambling debt, but he owes a debt to this like loan shark in this town, and he has to throw the state championship game that these guys are supposed to easily win. Mm-hmm. He already like, kept the spread close between the team they're supposed to blow out, and he already helped the loan shark guy out, so the guy's working him now. This is just the beginning of the episode. Now, this would normally be like a good arc for an entire season. Like, this kid's getting worked. You could work this from the whole season. Not One Tree Hill. This is one fucking episode. How
boring would that be, though, if it dragged on for the whole season? 20 episodes of that?
This is just wild. So this is just one little storyline in there. Yeah. Later on in the episode, the fucking kid and his girlfriend, after they win the state championship, because there's so much shit going on there, they won the game. They did the whole game. They won. They're leaving the game. There's a fucking car accident where this guy's pregnant girlfriend gets hit by the guy that he was supposed to throw the game for.
The loan shark, yeah.
Which, can I just say that this accident made no fucking sense. Obviously, this guy was trying to take them out. He swerved the car. He saw them. His face was like, I'm going to hit these motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. Hits them, and then somehow crashes his car and fucks himself up. Was this an intentional suicide? I don't care. I have to kill her and then kill myself. This made absolutely no fucking sense. That's like seeing someone on the road being like, I hate that son of a bitch, I'm going to run them over and kill them. And you run them over and then immediately drive your car into a pole on purpose. That's exactly what this guy did.
But what happens when you hit someone with a car? Do you lose control because your car
never hit someone with
jumps
a
or something?
Car.
Like, I don't know. But that's where my mind went. Like, he lost control because she slammed into the freaking windshield so hard.
Hello to Samad just entered the chat. I don't know, man. It just made no fucking sense. And then right after the accident, another character comes over, and not to be outdone, this guy has to have a Pfizer. He has a Pfizer. Right after the pregnant girl gets hit, and she did not just get hit by the car. She got turned upside down, flipped up in the air, blood, instant blood. Everything was all over the place. This chick is pregnant. She should have lost that baby. She didn't. This is all one episode, people, and I know I'm forgetting things. Oh, the guy fell in love with the girl, didn't fall in love with the girl. Broke up with the one girl that was his friend that he loved but didn't know that she loved him, said she loved him, and then he goes, okay, and then like fucking pieces out on her, and then gets her back later on in the episode. I'm like, what? This is all one fucking episode, man.
And it's so good.
We're not even 10 episodes into this season, and they've got like 10 different finales they just fucking regurgitated at you. Whoever writes this fucking series is up all night doing like fucking eight balls of coke.
The repetitive thing, I will say 2 things were very repetitive in this show, and I complained about it when I reviewed it, went back when I watched it for the first time. The goddamn car accidents. I got so annoyed by how many car accidents there were. Like, who's getting hit by a car, who's going to crash their car. Like, it was just, it was so annoying. And then the Lucas Brooke Payton triangle got extremely annoying.
I was annoyed with that in season 2.
I think we're finally over that.
Hello,
I
Caroline
don't know.
Just joined the chat.
But yeah, like those 2 things were. Everything else I freaking loved. all the other storylines. Like, I liked all the basketball storylines. Like, everything else I thought was great. It was the stupid car accidents. Like, every other
5
episode.
seconds, man.
I couldn't, like, it was just driving me freaking insane.
Someone just getting plowed over by a fucking car. It's like that's
It's
their
every
go-to.
single person is in a car accident at some point.
That's their go-to storyline.
What the fuck?
And when in doubt, have Brooke screw somebody. It's just, that's pretty much what they do on this show. I am enjoying it though. It's still a pretty good show. It's just like, you know, you watch so many of them in a row, you gotta fucking just move away from it for a minute. You know, it's too much. It's too much, man. It's whiplash of this fucking show, and they keep repeating the same storylines. If they slowed shit the fuck down, they wouldn't have to repeat it. Like I said, the first season, I'm like, man, they're doing a little too much. Like, I feel like I watched an entire series in the first season. I said that, and sure enough, everything I said's coming true, man. They're repeating. I've seen the same storyline like 5 times each. It's just ridiculous with it, but I don't know. They all got, are they Chinese actors? Brian says in the chat, they all got in the car accidents. Oh, that's awful. But I love it. I do approve of that joke.
You're in the middle of episode 10, though, right? Of season 4?
I don't know where the fuck why don't you tell me where the fuck I left off?
I believe you're in the middle of episode 10, the one right after the car accident.
Well, no, I finished it.
You finished?
Yep. I finished it.
Where Lucas is in the hospital?
Yeah, the ghost is there.
Okay, so I was so happy to see him back.
I wasn't.
Why did you hate him so much? He was like one of the most loved freaking characters. He gets killed the fuck off, and he comes back. I was so freaking happy.
Oh, because can I throw this out there? And I want to hear what you think about this. So the whole thing. Is
there a heart in there somewhere?
No. Hello to you, Nadn, Nadin, if that's how you pronounce that. But listen to this. So the whole car accident scene. So the guy hits the pregnant woman. He fucking slams his car into the thing, and he's knocked out or dead or something. Nathan comes over, pummels the guy, and then Dan sees the cops coming. So he's bright idea. He goes, "All right, son, you leave." The son takes off. Great, it's over. Why does Dan punch the ground? This guy got into a car accident. You could have said, I saw the accident. I ran over to get the guy out the car and help him before. I didn't know what was going on. He hit his head against the steering wheel, bashed his face, and he died. That's all. There's an obvious fucking alibi. The guy, there's cars in a wreck. I came over to help him. I pulled him out of the car because that's what you do when someone's you pull him out of the car. I guess he
could have said that, but like in the heat of the moment, he probably thought,
fucking,
"Why do I have to explain these characters' ways
dumbass
of thinking?"
Dan, so fucking Dan with his fucking Hulk smash, fucking punches the ground a few times
because he wants to protect his son. So if someone's going to go down, he wants to be the one to go down. He can't.
Idiot.
He's not thinking.
He's an idiot. All he had to do was say this guy because the guy's in an accident.
Why am I sticking up for this loser?
The guy was already in an accident. All you got to say is, "Hey, I just pulled him out the car." The people would have been like, "Oh,
right," and that
the reason
makes
why
sense.
his skull's bashed is because he got in an accident. He hit his head against the steering wheel.
That does make sense, but I don't like with your adrenaline going and all this shit
it's our
happening.
buddy Crazy Lady's back in the chat. What's going on, homegirl? What's up, girlfriend? I don't know about this Dan guy, man. I fucking love him. He's really funny. He's extremely funny. I am a big fan of Dan.
He's being super nice right now.
I don't know if this is real or not, though, and I don't know if he's going to get with Karen or not.
He's being super nice right now. He's feeling a lot of guilt.
Maybe he's on Binoid. I want you guys to check out our favorite sponsor of the show, Binoid. You can go use our code NERD to save 10% on any and all order of your favorite THC products. You ready to get some asshole stories? Here we got quite a few to get through, and I know you're excited. This is your favorite episode of the week.
Because it's the last one.
No idea why.
It's the last one. I need to get back in front of the TV.
You're a stalker, okay? We got to talk about the stalking thing off camera. We got to talk about this.
Not really.
We got to talk about this. Stop stalking me, bitch. All right, let's do this. Am I the asshole for showing my friend's new boyfriend my boobs?
That sounds like my sister.
It sounds like your sister. That's why I picked this one, just to ease you into the topics this week.
Sister I don't talk to.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons. That sounds just like her.
So for context, I'm a 26-year-old model. Your sister is not a model.
No, but she got her nipples pierced, and let's go flash them all over the town. Like, disgusting fucking whore.
I work with... Your parents knew how to raise them. Mm. I work with all kinds of photographers.
You threw me right in there. Why did you do that?
Oh, goodness, I know when to quit when I'm ahead here. I work with all kinds of photographers, but mostly do fashion and art shoots. I have done a lot of nude and body work. It's my job, and once you've stood out naked, freezing your tits off while you get maneuvered into all kinds of positions and pressed up against other people, you soon lose all sense of glamour and stuff like that. I have a boyfriend, we've seen each other, we've been together for years. He's fine with what I do and has been on shoots with me, etc. My friend Kate, she's 24, has just started dating Michael, who's 28, and they came to our house for dinner the other night. I led Kate when I was an admin temp, and she knew how... What the fuck is this? These people cannot write for shit. They don't... I'm telling you, these people, they fucking have, like, the worst penmanship in the world. So they're automatically assholes in my book, just for not, not how to write.
People like to shorten the language now online.
Yeah, you know what? That's something that the other day I was watching something and I had to come out and ask our daughter, like, what the hell does this one mean?
Yeah.
And she knew what it was.
Of course. Yeah, they do.
It was a long ass acronym.
We're too damn old now.
I thought it was some more LGBT stuff that they added to it. That's what I thought it was. It was like WDY, whatever the fuck, I don't know.
What do you mean?
It was even longer. It was like something that with some other stuff. I'm not stupid enough. I've had enough guys trying to hit on me and trying to get me to show them off. But Michael knew some of the photographers I work with and was obviously quite well connected. I have a couple different portfolios depending on the audience, shall we say. And when he asked to see some of my shots, I'll admit I wanted to impress. Not because I wanted to make anyone jealous or anything like that, but professionally. So I showed him some of my more artsy and nude shots that I've done, which is work that I'm really proud of. He was impressed. We moved on, laughed, and drank, and had a good night. The next day, I got a text from his girlfriend calling me a slut and a whore and saying she can't believe I tried to steal her boyfriend. I'm honestly so upset I've been crying on and off for days. My boyfriend said he thought it wasn't weird or inappropriate because he's a cuckold. I generally didn't think I was doing anything wrong. Compared to Pornhub, it's honestly so tame in terms of nudity, but now I've lost a friend and I feel like shit. Am I an asshole? I think I'm an asshole for not proofreading your fucking story, you bitch. But what do you think here?
I don't know. I don't like it, but if he's in the industry and they're talking about jobs and stuff,
yeah.
And that's I was thinking with the title, I thought she like took her shirt off and was flashing people. Like that's what I was thinking because that's what my sister was doing.
Exactly.
I didn't realize it was a job and she was showing like her portfolio and like stuff that she's done. So that makes it a little different, although it's still fucking weird. It's your friend's boyfriend, so that's odd. Even though he's in the industry, like I don't.
So maybe like find another person
like,
to do it.
Yeah, and maybe in more of a professional setting. Like this was just when you guys were hanging out. Like that's weird. Mm-hmm. That's not like a work related thing. I don't know. I think that makes it completely odd. So you're kind of the asshole.
But I mean, who do you go to get an opinion if not someone you know personally, right? You would think you would get the most honest advice from that person, not someone trying to take advantage of it because you know them, you have a connection.
It's still weird. That's your friend's boyfriend.
Yeah, maybe you go to her first and be like, hey, would you mind if I asked him his opinion on some stuff?
Yeah, like you just like whip out your freaking titty pics.
Or maybe give the pictures to her and then and if she was okay with it, maybe she show him and not her showing. To get the opinion,
odd.
I guess.
The whole thing is weird because it's not a professional setting. It's your friend's boyfriend. Like I know he's got connections. This is just weird. Why can't you ask him to set you up with one of those other connections that he has?
Yeah. Right?
She could easily ask, hey, can you set up an interview or time to talk with one of these other people? Mm-hmm. So it's not freaking weird. Yeah, she's an asshole. Because there was other ways to do that.
I see it both ways here. I really did, because at first I was thinking, just like you were, like it could be someone like your sister. But in this case, I mean, she had good intention, I guess, because she was. I mean, I don't think she was trying to use it to like steal him or anything. She had good intention. She just went about it the wrong way.
She went. Yeah, that's the problem. Like,
all right, she's an asshole.
She didn't think about it. She didn't think about her friend. Like you know now.
Brian says he whips out his titty pics all the time, man. That's a good way to get the ladies at the bar.
See, good for him.
Fuck it, why not, man? Just put it all out there.
If you can get some, go get some.
Fuck it, man. Why not? Too many people try to hide their insecurities and shit, man, you know? They go out there, and like, you go to a bar and you see this girl, she's got great tits, great ass. You're like, man, she's fucking beautiful. She's got the nicest hair I've ever seen. You bring her home, and you wake up the next morning, you're like...
She takes it all off.
You see a wig on a fucking nightstand, you're like, what happened? And she comes out bald and fat, and she's like, oh, where's my girdle at? And you're like, what happened to the boobs? And she's like, oh, they're over there. Like, what the fuck? What did I bring?
Dude, you must have some freaking stories.
I do. I have a lot. I could do a whole podcast on them one day. Fucking shit. You got the guy Adam's apple. Like, what the fuck did I do?
The hell did you sleep with?
No,
Lord.
I'm just joking here. Let's see what they're talking about here on this one. Am I the asshole for getting into an argument with my girlfriend's friend for making her scared of the internet?
What?
He made her scared of the internet somehow. Pink Squirrel has entered the chat. Hello, Pink Squirrel. How are you today? My girlfriend and I live together. Well, good for you. I manage a network in her house as I am more tech savvy and work as a network engineer. I also pay the internet bill. I have made our home network very secure, and this makes it a little more complicated to use. But it has not been a problem as I configure all of our devices. This requires every device using the web to have some custom certificates installed on them.
What the fuck? This sounds way too...
This sounds fucking invasive as shit. I would never want to go to this fucking guy's house.
Ooh.
My girlfriend's friend came over and asked for access to the internet, which my girlfriend provided, but then some sites wouldn't load due to the missing certificate. My girlfriend offered to show her how to install it, but she refused. My girlfriend's friend is a software engineer who thinks she knows it all and scared my girlfriend by telling her that I set up the network to spy and track everyone. That's exactly what it sounds like he fucking did. My girlfriend is now scared to use the internet, so I called her friend and told her she needs to tell her she was making all this shit up. She called me an asshole and refused to do so. She said she's protecting her friend. Am I the asshole here?
Well, I don't know, because I don't understand what he did.
I mean...
He put stuff on here. Like, why did he do that? So he doesn't get hacked? So no one can follow what he's doing? Or, like, what? I don't understand what he did.
So people, like, I don't know a lot about this part of it. I just know a little bit about this part of it all. You know how when you go on those websites, those free websites, and people are streaming, like, pay-per-views and shit?
You get pop-ups and all that shit.
Those kinds of people that are the ones hosting it, they have this kind of a setup, so you can't find them. They, like, hide their VPN address, so it looks like they're in India. And they're really your next door neighbor. You don't know where the fuck they're shooting it from or whatever.
Yeah.
Static IP addresses and all that shit that I don't know what the fuck it is. I just said the phrasing. I don't know exactly what it is. So they do this kind of stuff. So this guy has his house locked down, so no one can get in there. But it's kind of weird because you have a password that does that. Why does he have certificates you have to install?
But passwords can get hacked. I actually kind of like this idea.
I don't like it. Like, you have to install extra stuff on your own personal devices. So will you install that profile? Who has the main profile that this goes to? It's
probably him.
It sounds very stalkerish. I don't like this idea. He's an asshole in my opinion. I don't know a lot about this side of it, but I know enough to know that this guy, he's up to something, man.
It seems really weird.
Shady.
And he came up with the program and all that stuff. Like, it does seem really weird.
Shady as fuck. Crazy lady, she agrees. Yeah.
Like, who does that?
Yeah.
Normal people don't do that to their internet.
Normal people don't. I mean, this guy, he's just very secure. He wants everyone to have, good security, I guess. But it just sounds really stalkerish, because if I download a security profile, it has to go to some network. And since it's his own thing that he set up, he has all that access. He has all the information. Yeah,
see, that's the part that's weird. I don't care that it's locked down, but it's weird to me that he came up with the whole program and stuff. Like, that seems shady.
I mean, like, we have the passwords. So, like, hey, if someone comes over and is like, hey, can I use your Wi-Fi? Yeah, here's the password. That's it. There's no... just like the normal people would have. But that's, to me, secure enough. You have a password you can change, But whatever. Keeps their own. What do you think?
Yeah, I guess he's an asshole, because I don't... He didn't even explain why he did that, or why he felt he needed to do that. Like, nothing was explained. It's just like, oh, am I an asshole for scaring my girlfriend? It's weird. He gave literally no detail as to why he did any of this stuff.
I think he's a very mistrusting son of a bitch, is what he is, man. This guy sounds like a fucking...
So when she goes on the internet, can he just look up every single thing that she's doing and follow what she's...
That's what the profile is, man.
It's weird.
Well, let me tell you, the only thing I know about the profiles is I have to have it on my phone for when I log in to work in the morning. Mm-hmm. It's a thing where when you're on that program to log in, work has access to it. Well, my computer at work, I have to use my personal computer, and there's a program. You click on it, and then work and see your screen and shit, and then you shut it off and whatnot. I'm thinking that's what he puts on their phones.
Okay, I don't like that.
That's what I'm thinking this is,
because Jenna has to do that for school too, like during testing or whatever. Like, the teacher is able to see exactly what she's doing, how she's doing.
I think that's what it is.
I don't like that for like a personal, like, in your home. That's weird.
They fucking log into your profile, and all of a sudden his like phone pings. He pulls it up and he's in real time watching what she's doing,
watching what she's looking up. That's fucking odd.
He's a weird bastard, man. This guy, he's an asshole. All right, so am I the asshole for kicking my daughter out of my house for being pregnant?
Yeah.
I guess we got to give him a chance.
Do we?
Got to give him a chance here.
Because that seems like a really asshole-ish thing to fucking do, unless she's like throwing shit around the house, punching holes in the wall. Like, she's got to be doing something really bad.
Thank you, Pink Squirrel, for liking the show.
Be okay kicking someone out.
Yeah. I'm a 45-year-old female and I have a 27-year-old daughter. And she has 6 kids between the ages of 10 to 11 months. Yeah.
Between the ages of what? 10 and 11 months?
Yeah, 10 to 11 months. 6 kids between the ages 10 to 11 months. There are 3 different fathers.
Oh, God.
She receives child support from 2 of them, and she is still with the 3rd one, and they have been for 5 years, so good for her. My daughter works part-time, and her fiancé is a chef full-time. They have lived with us for the past year and a half due to getting evicted from their last home. The kids and them have our upstairs bedroom. There's 2, but they're still crowded for 6 children.
Yeah.
Exactly. They are constantly asking for help with phone bills. My husband and I have asked for rent so they'd be able to save money and to get a home, which I do not believe they were doing. I have put up loud voices out throughout all the hours, waking up at different hours of the night. These people cannot fucking write to cater to children because I love my grandchildren.
But wait, she said she has her paying for rent so that they can save money to move out. But they're paying rent. So how, with 6 kids, how are they paying rent?
I have
and still
no
saving
idea.
money with 6 kids?
I think
because that doesn't sound right.
It doesn't sound right. I think this person's just trying to get affirmation on the internet here. I never complain to my daughter because I believe family's very important. It's just that my children are all grown up. My youngest moved out 4 years ago. My husband and I had hopes to remodel. We didn't expect them to be living here this long. On Christmas Eve, my daughter gathered us all around and announced they were pregnant with baby number 7.
Oh my God.
What the fuck with this woman, dude? Is she like fertile myrtle or
She's
what?
like 27 too. Like, that's 7 kids, man.
She's the first woman to ever get pregnant from a blowjob. I'm telling you, man. She's just that fertile.
I love babies. That's just a lot of pregnancies. Like, that's a lot.
For some women, I'm telling you, this is a career for them, man. This is a career.
And you're not even living at home. This is you're not even living at home. You're living with your mom or your dad or whoever the fuck. You're living with family. You only have access to 2 bedrooms. You have 6 kids already. How are you not somehow protecting yourself from this happening again? You haven't been able to get on your feet yet.
Yeah.
Like, at some point you have to be smart. Unless they're one of those, like, diehard Christian fucking freaks where they don't believe in birth control and all that shit.
Super conservatives.
Like, because I know there's those type of people out there. They don't like they have like 14 kids. They don't believe in birth control.
No,
so, and that's their belief, and that's fine. That's whatever. That's just freaking
Catholics. Yep, Brian's right.
Way too much for me. But maybe that's what her thing is. Like, but like, come on, man. 3 different baby daddies, and you're 7th. The fuck that, and you don't even have a freaking place to live.
Yeah, this is a real mess here.
This is too much, and you're asking for money and help all the time.
Yeah. So, baby number 7, that would mean another child in a house with not much room.
Ugh.
Looked over my husband and could tell he felt the same. We discussed later and decided we were going to have to ask them to move out. Last night at dinner, I brought it up to my daughter and her boyfriend, and we told them they have 2 months to find a place because we cannot have another child here. She started crying, saying she couldn't believe I'd throw her out to the streets for having a baby. This was completely unfair and there's not enough time for them to find something. I told her I was sorry, it was painful for me as well, but these living conditions were becoming impossible. She demanded I give her more time or she go to court. Well, how fucking that?
I don't know, but I actually agree with her.
Well,
2 months is not enough time, man. They need to save money. They're already paying rent to you. I think they need like 6 months. I wouldn't say a year or anything, but like, look, this is a deadline. 2 months I don't think is enough time. Give her enough time to find someplace.
Well, this is the next sentence here. I did my homework and told her, newsflash, the court will only give you 30 days.
Oh, God.
She then said my grandchildren were going to be homeless because I was selfish. She made a Facebook post asking for rooms to rent because she's pregnant and has nowhere to go and put me on blast. Am I the asshole? She gave her double the time the state allows. This is her home.
I guess I'm just too lenient. Because I would have given more time. a bombshell is dropped on you like that, like you have 2 months to get out. Like that really, like I know it's 60 days, but that really isn't that much time.
It's not, because you got to find a house.
You got to save up
for
first and last month's rent at least. Sometimes they ask for first month, last month, and the security deposit. Yeah. That's a lot of money to save in 2 months.
You're right. No, that's a lot of money. Plus, you got to apply, you got to interview, and all that shit.
Yeah, you got to find a place that's big enough. Like, I just don't think. I'm going to say she's an asshole because I don't think it's enough time. I understand what the court says, 30 days. Like, that's ridiculous. Yeah. But with 6 kids and she's pregnant, like, I would have given her, like, 6 months. Like, okay, look, this is becoming too overwhelming. We can't do it anymore. 6 months. Start saving now. You don't have to pay rent anymore.
Yeah.
Right? Just keep all your money. So you have 6 months to get the hell out of here.
That's a good idea.
That's what I would do. I wouldn't just throw it, because there's no way she's going to find anything in 2 months. She's going to be living in a shithole with 6 kids.
Right. Am I the asshole for telling a woman she has no parenting skills?
Oh, God.
I guess it depends if you're a man or a woman. I guess a woman to woman, you could do that, right?
No, you can't. No one better ever say that to me. No.
Remember
you have no parenting skills. Bitch, you're about to get slapped.
Remember in 1883, in the very beginning, where Faith Hill's kid was getting slapped up by her friends? She was like, don't you be talking to women that's why your mama don't talk back, so you need to slap your kid around. That's why she's so wild. Mm-hmm. Holy shit, man. When did the times change? When did that shift happen? I feel like it was happening still in the 70s, where like your neighbors would beat you, your fucking aunt would beat you, the teacher would slap you around. It was like the 80s, maybe. It stopped.
No one touched me but my mother.
Yeah, I'm thinking
no
the
one
80s.
else ever laid a hand on me but her.
I think I got smacked by my mom's friend once or twice, but that was about it.
No one like punished me. Like they didn't put me in a corner. Mm-hmm. None of that. It was only her. So I don't know.
I hate
Teachers
this
used to do that. My dad would talk about like being hit with a ruler.
Yep. On
his knuckles in school.
Back in his day, that was normal.
Yeah.
But, I
mean, so the 80s, teacher would do it back then. I don't know.
I think it must have stopped in the 80s. It must have, because I was never hit by a teacher. I don't know. So earlier today, I took a bus to go visit my extended family a few hours away. This is an annual tradition, and I take off work a few weeks right before Christmas. Typically, when I do this, I depart either really late at night or really early in the morning to save some time on the tickets. And this year was no exception. I reserved a seat on the bus departing at 5:30 a.m. Well, when I got to the bus station, I noticed that my particular bus was full. I couldn't believe the number of people traveling so early in the morning. But then I decided a young mother traveling with 2 kids. They seemed to be in a pretty good mood, and the kids were really little. But then when we were all boarded, they started to throw a tantrum. The mother was trying to shush them and even offer them things like apple juice and toys, but nothing was working. Sounds like she was really attentive to what was going on here. Like paying too much attention to this.
Too damn nosy.
Yeah. Worse still, the whining soon became screaming, and it was extremely uncomfortable for me and the other passengers.
Which it can be, but mind your business. Yeah. Like that would drive me nuts too. Yeah. But it has nothing to do with you, like at all. This mom obviously has to go somewhere at 5:30 in the morning, so leave her the fuck alone. She's already dealing with 2 screaming fucking kids, and now you're going to tell her that she has terrible parenting. Yeah. Oh, God.
I mean, you're making a stressful situation.
Yeah, like, she's not having a fucking good morning.
Way more stressful.
Her kids are freaking screaming. Obviously, she doesn't want that.
I mean, there is a thing, like, if you're on public transportation, your kids are going wild, it's your responsibility to shut your kids the fuck up, because it's really not good for other people to have to hear that shit, too. I had planned to sleep on the bus, but with these little monsters making so much noise, I could barely even hear myself think. This went on for 15 to 20 minutes until I finally had enough. They were sitting a few rows behind me, and I loudly told the mom, maybe you should try being a parent because no one wants to hear this shit. I was the only one courageous enough to voice what everyone else was thinking. But she took it as an insult, duh, and said, how dare you judge my parenting skills? I'm doing the best that I can, and my kids are tired. I can't believe this. She literally admitted that her kids were tired, yet she decided to travel at 5:30 a.m., and somehow that was my problem. But you don't know what
You're making it your fucking problem.
Yeah. You don't know what her situation is, why she's got her kids up at 5:30.
And it says it's just her and 2 kids, so she doesn't have the dad with her. She has no one there to help her. Yeah. She's fucking struggling. Like, oh my God.
I told her that she should take a later bus if her kids were so tired, and that it was completely unfair to subject everyone else to her 2 screaming turds. She called her kids shit. She told me to get a life and then put in earbuds so she could ignore me. When I finally got to my destination, I had a horrible headache, but when I told my family what had happened, they told me that it was me who crossed the line.
Yep.
They said that the lady and her kids had every right to be on the bus, and I had shown a lack of tact. I couldn't believe that my own family members were ganging up on me like this. I did the other passengers a favor by having this lady think twice about traveling at such a ridiculous hour with 2 kids, yet I was somehow the jerk. I'm really struggling to understand how I could be in the wrong here, and I wish my family could see my perspective.
No, you're an asshole. There's no fucking question. No question.
Really?
Yep. Complete asshole.
I would love this lady if I
was
on my fucking
bus. The moment you leave your
though.
house and you go out in public, that you risk the chance of being around shit like that. At a restaurant. Is it annoying? Yes. In an airplane. On a fucking bus. Like, the shit happens, man.
Oh, man.
It would annoy the shit out of me. I would not I would not get involved in that shit. And then especially tell her that she's not parenting correctly. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, you know what, kids? Scream fucking louder. Fucking bitch. I would get pissed, man.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't say because I would just see a single woman with 2 kids that early. I'd be like, man, I can just deal with it. She's struggling.
Like that's terrible, the poor woman.
But if the lady next to me said something,
you would be happy.
I would look over at her and give her a little nod and be like, "Thank you."
That woman is an asshole.
I would give her a thumbs up because you're not the asshole lady.
Put your earbuds in, turn the volume all the way up. Voila, that's
Someone had to say it. I don't think she's the asshole.
She's a complete asshole.
I'm stomping my foot on this one. She's not the asshole.
No.
Because I would praise her. I'd be like, thank you.
That's the risk you run when you're on public transportation, man.
I agree.
It's just that simple. I don't give a fuck what time of day it is. Just, you don't know. You could run into, like, homeless fucking people on the public transportation. You don't know. Like, that's the risk you take. So, fuck you. She's an asshole.
Did you ever babysit?
Yeah, a lot.
You liked it?
Why?
I just want to know what you would do in this situation here. This person wants to know, am I the asshole for calling the police when the parents I babysit for were late?
Oh my god, man. Come on.
So, just by the title alone, as a retired babysitter, how would you judge this one just off the title alone? Is there a situation where you babysitting someone's children, would you call the cops?
No, because most of the time, like, I was sleeping.
Yeah. Because
I would babysit, and it was always at night. They would go out to dinner and a movie or whatever, and they would tell me, just sleep on the couch. Once the kids are asleep, just, do what you gotta do. Yeah. And I'd be sleeping. I wouldn't even fucking know if they were late. Yeah. They would wake me up, and I'd get in the car and I'd go home. That was it. Like, literally. It was, because I literally was at my neighbor's house. Yeah. And if they were late, I probably would have called my mom. The
fucking dad comes home from the fucking date with the wife, and he goes in to grab a beer. He's like, where the fuck's my beer? The wife's like, where's my soda? What the fuck happened?
You think you're funny. I was a teenager. I wasn't doing that in my 20s.
So this is a 16-year-old girl. She goes, sometimes I babysit on the weekends. My mom's coworker needed a babysitter, and she gave him my number. I agreed to babysit 3 kids from 2 p.m. till 8:30 p.m. Oh, this is the mom's coworker. That really fucks things. Oh,
you should have called your mom.
Oh, boy. Because the parents had some party to get to. It went okay, but the parents didn't get back at 8:30. At 9, I tried calling him, but he didn't pick up. I texted a few times. At 9:30, I tried calling again, and again at 10, and then 10:30.
Why aren't you calling your mom?
I mean, why aren't they even thinking about their kid at this point?
Well, yeah, I agree with that. But, like, before you call 911, I would have called my mom. It's her coworker. Been like, Mom, what the hell am I supposed to fucking do?
Well, here you go. I tried calling my parents, but my dad was at a work dinner. My mom didn't pick up.
What the hell is wrong with these? What's wrong with the adults here?
Ignored kid in the world?
This poor 16-year-old.
You could have called us. I would have fucking came and fucking helped you out.
Wow, she tried to call every single adult.
I feel so bad for this kid, man. No one fucking...
Oh my god.
This kid's desperately just trying to get home. She's probably got to go to school the next day, and she's desperate to get home. And no one's answering the... They took advantage of this poor brat. This is so dirty, man. Oh my god. So no one was picking up responding. At 11:30, I called the police because I didn't know what else to do. And I was worried something might have happened to the parents as well. I mean, yeah, obviously. They came, and around the same time, the parents came back. The dad screamed at me, and he's still very upset. She has 2 edits here, but what are you thinking so far? Is she the asshole or not?
I don't think I would have called 911. I just think, I don't know. I don't think she's an asshole. But I wouldn't have called 911. I see where she's stressing out. She was only supposed to be there till 8:30. Yeah. She has 3 kids. Mm-hmm. They are 3 hours freaking late, and no one is answering their damn phone.
No one's letting her know what's up.
No
and she's
one
sitting
is
there.
helping her at all. So I get it. But I would have been one of those idiot babysitters. Just so, like, bored and pissed off on the couch. Like, oh my god, what the fuck time is it? Looking at my watch. Oh, I would have been so annoyed. But I would never had the guts to call 911. I would have just kept calling my parents until, like, they told me what to do.
Like, what the fuck, man? You know, like, Mom, this is your coworker. You come watch these fucking kids. I'm going home.
Yeah, because I definitely would have been calling my parents, for sure.
Yeah.
Until they picked up.
Yeah, that's some bullshit, man. So the first edit, I called the police because I was worried about the parents not picking them up and being late, and because I really had to get home. Not to involve CPS or anything like that. Because she had to get home, who does she have to go home to? Her parents obviously don't give a shit about her. They don't answer the phone when she calls or texts or anything. Completely ignore the kid.
Yeah, but what 16-year-old wants to, from 2 to 11:30 at night?
Hang out in someone else's house with their
with
kids.
No update from these people. Yeah. Like, that is so beyond rude.
If you called and they were like, hey, listen, sorry, we're running late at this party. We'll give you another $50.
Call or text, yes.
Do you mind hanging out? We'll give you another $50. You know,
no info at all. Haven't heard from you, and you're 3 hours late. Like, I don't.
If you're hungry, order a pizza or something. You know, this is fucking something. I don't know, man. You got to take care of the babysitter because they're taking care of your kids. Mm-hmm. The person in charge of your kids, you want to make sure you have a direct line of communication with them. That just shows a lack of respect for your own children. You don't give a shit about them.
She's 16.
Yeah, and you don't know her. You don't know her.
11:30 at night, man. Yeah. They're lucky that she didn't put the kids in her car and bring them to her house and
because
be like,
that's
fuck this.
Probably what I would have done if I was her. But like, listen, you guys are coming to my house because I'm not staying here.
I can't keep staying here. I have to get home. Yeah, I got stuff I got to do.
I can't leave you guys here alone.
Yeah. Oh my god. What a nightmare.
And most people would have emergency contacts. You know, like, hey, if we don't answer, call this person or call this person second. Like
I said, I always babysat in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And each person that I babysat for had a list on the fridge. Like those typical fucking 80s and 90s movies. There was always a list on the fridge. Like, who the hell to call. So
they're out in an orgy. That's a good comment.
Yeah, they're doing something.
They're up to something. Since some people asked, I didn't call the emergency number. I'm not in the U.S. Police aren't violent here. Oh, okay. So this is a fucking
That's
stupid,
nice.
This is a stupid
That's
bitch.
nice. Thank you for that.
She's a leftist. And I was paid up front, so not the extra 3 hours.
Oh, hell no.
This is a response to a few comments. I don't think all U.S. cops are violent. So somehow this
comment section got political. Oh, my God.
The comment section got political somehow. So, I mean, it's the climate we live in, people. So non-political comment aside, what do you think?
I don't think she's an asshole because I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I wouldn't want to sit there all fucking night either. And you have no idea when they're coming home because they're not returning your calls or your texts. Now, when they finally decide to get back in their car and come home,
you need to scold them all like children.
You would think that the dad would text and be like, "We're on our way now. So sorry, we lost track of time."
Yeah.
Like,
you have no idea.
Nothing.
You have no idea.
She had no idea that they were on the way home, and like, so I can't call her an asshole. She's 16, for God's sakes. Like,
yeah, I can't call her an asshole either. She's a kid who freaked out. I mean, you guys did her wrong.
They're very lucky that she stayed. That she didn't take the kids with her. You know, like, come on.
Yeah.
I hope she got paid good. Although they probably not, because they were pissed off she called the cops.
Yeah. Well, she said she got paid up front, not for the extra 3 hours.
Right,
so
but not for the other 3 hours, because she called the cops.
Fuck it, she got them back in the end.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. Well, you know what? The extra 3 hours comes out of Mom's pocket.
Yeah, this is the mom's fault.
This comes out of Mom's pocket. Like, bitch, listen. They didn't pay me, you're paying me. You're going to get the money from him because this is bullshit.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine the mom going back to work, though?
Oh, yeah.
With the cops being called on her coworker?
Hey,
like, how's that
Jimmy.
work situation?
Hey, Jimmy, did you watch the game last night?
Oh, my God. I wonder if they're still working together.
Especially if they sat right across from each other and just had to look at each other all day long.
That would be terrible.
Well, I didn't get to sleep well last night because Sheila's cunt of a daughter called the police. An awkward office meeting that one's going to be. Oh my God. All right. So we got, here we go. Am I the asshole for disrespecting my husband's ex-wife's wishes? If she's dead, that's the only reason why you could be an asshole, if she's dead.
Yeah.
That's the only way she could be an asshole here.
Yeah.
If this woman's still alive, there's no way.
Because exes shouldn't fucking matter.
Yeah, I mean, once they're an ex, they're an ex. If it's an ex because of...
Unless there's kids involved.
Yeah.
Okay, if the ex wants the kids to be taught a certain way or be talked to a certain way or whatever, and you're disrespecting that, I got a problem with that too.
That ain't your job. Yeah.
Right? So if they're dead or if there's kids involved, you're an asshole.
Ex-wife's wish is like, no. Yeah. All right. Let's see what happens here. So I, 34, got married to my husband, Mar, last October. With the marriage came 3 kids from his previous relationship.
Kids?
They're both men. So this is a gay relationship. So
I don't care. There are kids.
No, he said here in quotes, like, that's important to the story that they're both gay.
Yeah.
Well, obviously they're both gay or together. I mean, one can't be gay and then be together, right? This is like a partnership, like a bro thing.
Oh, so it's gonna be she doesn't want them around. That is what it's gonna be.
I have no idea. I adore them. I have a good relationship with the younger two. The eldest, Dolph, is still. Well, his name is Damon. The kid's name is Damon, but I call him Dolph. Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
He's still rather awkward around me. I'd say that I am their main carer, as Mar is paid enough at work to allow me to stay at home and focus on my art, and their mother, Christine, is always busy with shifts at her 2 jobs. It's gotten to the point that the youngest, Alma, calls me Daddy. I have very solid beliefs, such as the belief that meat is unethical. You fucking bastard.
Meat is
He's
unethical.
One of these fucking vegans who has no idea how much more destructive being a vegan is than being a meat eater. These people are fucking morons. Absolute
But it's
fucking
also
idiots.
just your choice. If the kids eat meat, give them fucking meat.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that. Number one, they're not your kids. They're your stepchildren. And if they eat meat, fucking feed them what the fuck they want to eat. You can't and do your freaking rules. No.
So, this guy's gay and he's a vegan. What the fuck does he not shut up about first? I mean, seriously, because, like, every time you meet a vegan, they can't stop talking about being a vegan. And now the LGBT can't stop talking about that. So what the fuck does he not, you know? I don't want anyone to bring meat into my house. When I got into a relationship with Mar, he became vegetarian. As a result, when the kids are here, the meals I cook for them contain no meat. Dolph had no problem with it until now. He complains at every given opportunity about the lack of meat. I've explained to him that eating meat is non-negotiable. He can eat it at his mother's house. His father backed me up.
That's weird.
Yeah, this is very weird. I tried to compromise by buying him Beyond Meat, but he still insists on actual meat. Another thing is that my husband is very affectionate to me and the kids, although Dolph, being 15, is embarrassed by that. What, having a gay dad or having an affectionate gay dad? I mean, what the fuck? He's 15 years old. He's 15.
But all 15-year-olds are embarrassed by that. Sammy tells us, like, when you go and grab me out in the kitchen, it's like, can you not?
Yeah.
Like, it's gross.
It's like, we're in the safe zone. We're in the house. You can still be our baby in here. But out there, I understand.
Teenagers are just like that.
I'm not going to give you a hug in public, kid. I understand. Yeah. I understand. I was there, too. But in these walls, we can give you a hug. It's okay. The younger two always climb on our laps for hugs, and Alma always wants to be around my lap. That's a little weird, man.
What?
You're just a little too... I don't know. I don't speak to Christine much. We're not on very good terms, as she's been homophobic to me in the past and critical of my former job. So I was surprised when she wanted to speak to me when I dropped her kids off at home. She demanded that I don't push vegetarianism on her kids to allow them to eat meat in their home. To which I told her that I don't dictate what food she cooks in her house, so she shouldn't do so to me. But there's a difference here. Her kids are going to your house. You don't have shit going to her house. You can't dictate what she eats because
I just feel like if the kids don't, like, we've always been, and this is probably our own problem, but we've always given the kids what they want to eat.
Yeah.
You don't like it? Fine. You want? I'm picky.
Yeah.
Like, this is what, okay, you want to eat this instead? Fine. I don't give a shit. As long as you're eating, I don't care. I wouldn't force them to just eat nothing but fucking vegetables.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
Like, especially if they, what kid likes that?
I mean, they gotta have their own identity, too. You can't enforce what you like on your kids, because they're gonna grow up and be their own people.
These
they're
are
their own
kids.
Individuals, man.
So just, like, let them eat what they want to eat. You don't have to eat it, and your husband doesn't have to eat it.
Yeah.
Just make it for them. I don't understand. Because I, like, literally will make 3 to 4 dinners once in a while, and everyone eats something different. I don't give a shit. Like, just, like, no. Let the kids eat what the fuck they want.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I just don't understand the whole...
And the 15-year-old, I can't even imagine eating freaking carrot sticks. What the hell is he eating? I'd be like, give me a goddamn burger. A freaking steak.
I don't know. It's just... This whole fucking situation is just weird to me, man. Like, this guy's really affectionate. So, he's been with this guy for, I guess, a little while now. So it's okay for his kids to be this affectionate with him. Do you think that's a little weird that his kids are that affectionate with this other guy? No,
they're married.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with any of that. Like, that's great that the kids don't see anything wrong and they're all getting along and all that. Like, good for you. But do not force your freaking food shit on them. That's not right.
That's an asshole way to be, though. Like, maybe if you have such a problem with it, then maybe get them like a special pan to get their food cooked in or something to stay with your food. I get the whole thing because I used to work in a seafood restaurant a long time ago, and there was a kosher section where you had like certain things had to be put on the kosher area. You couldn't put regular meat with that meat or whatever. We did it anyway because we were fucking asshole kids at the time. We had no idea.
We've even talked about it on here, and I think it was
horrible kids.
I think it was previous asshole stories where there were cookouts.
Yeah.
And they would be vegetarian, and people would come. I know we've talked about this before. People would go to the cookout and like expect meat, and there's nothing there. You have to, when you have a cookout, you have to cater to the people that come to your house.
Yeah.
You can't just cook the freaking food that you want.
Exactly.
You're there to please everyone else. You're inviting them over to your house and feed them what they would want. And that's the same thing with the kids coming over. Like the kids aren't like, come on, man, just feed them.
You gotta let them experience things on their own.
I would be miserable, man, if that was me as a kid. Oh, God.
I tried everything as a kid, though. Like, I did try different shit. That's how I have the pretty much, like, unlimited palate now. I mean, like, now...
Yeah, you can eat anything.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter to me. If it's okay, I'll eat it, you know? I don't really bitch about anything like that, but... No, let's just screw it up here. So let's see what else he did here. So, she also did she was uncomfortable with Alma calling me daddy and the affection I showed to the kids. Aside from being a vegetarian, I tried to respect her wishes and discourage Alma from calling me daddy, and I stopped letting her and River climb onto my lap or even hug me.
That's so stupid.
I don't know, man. I mean, if the kids are close to them, I guess it's not a big deal, but you don't have to respect their wishes. I mean, the food thing is big because those are her kids, and if she wants them to be fed a certain way, you can't change their diet on the weekends because that could really make them sick.
He's not allowed to hug them.
Yeah,
and they're not allowed to, like, come on, kids sit on adults' laps. This isn't the 15-year-old doing it. This is the little ones climbing, and that's what they do.
Yeah. I feel like this would be an easy conversation if these two were both adults and be like, listen, my kids can sit on your lap and hug you, but they have to be able to eat meat at the house because it's part of their diet, and that's how I want them fed. Otherwise, they can't go to the house because they need to eat a certain way. All right, motherfucker?
It's terrible.
I mean, seriously, like that needs to happen. They need to have that talk with each other because those are your kids going there. I mean, if my kids eat a certain way, then they suffer and starve on the weekends because they don't want to eat what you got, and they obviously want it. And you're saying no to them.
Yeah.
Then they're not going to that house, and I would go to court over that. That would be a thing you can go to court for. Like, hey, they're malnourished. They're going to that house, and they're not being given what they want.
Yeah.
And the kids obviously would vouch for it because they ask for it when they go there.
I would have been one of those kids that wouldn't intervene. I would have looked at it like, going to bed without any dinner. That's fine with me. Because I am not sitting here eating freaking vegetables.
Prince Music just came into the chat. I wonder if that's a reference to the singer Prince. Like if they talk about the Prince, the singer music. Because I always said he was better than Michael Jackson. But that's a debate for another day. He was better. He played his own fucking music and he could dance and sing.
Give a shit.
He was much better. And he was a better actor.
I did not like Prince at all.
He was fucking much better. So listen, that didn't work out very well, and I was left to deal with two confused and upset little kids to comfort. Therefore, I decided to go against their mother's wishes and let them carry on doing what they're used to. I feel conflicted because their mother's wishes have been disrespected, but at the same time, I'm just doing what's best for the kids, not what's best for her. And there is an edit, but go ahead.
So he's talking about the hugging...
And, the hugging and the sitting on the lap.
The sitting on the lap. So, like, he's not an asshole for that. He's an asshole for the food. That's the only problem I have with this dude. That's it. That's it. So, I don't even know how to answer this stupid freaking question. What was the question?
If he's an asshole for disrespecting the mom's wishes, let the kids sit on his lap. Yeah.
Well, okay, if that's the question, then no.
Yeah.
Because they're little kids. I don't like the way he's cooking their food, though.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, he's an asshole for that.
For that,
that alone, he's an asshole.
The food he is. The other stuff, no. I don't give them hugs and stuff. Children are meant to be loved.
I think he's an asshole.
If they're comfortable enough to sit on your lap, like, who gives a shit?
I think he's an asshole. I think he feels threatened by her, and she resents him for the husband leaving her for him. And I think he resents her for being a her, which is what he really wants to be. So I think you got a triangle of fucking hatred here, and resentment, and jealousy. They should all just fucking move in together and call it Will and Grace. And there you go, with a baby involved.
That was a good show.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So the first edit. I don't know why everyone assumes Dolph is outright banned from meat. He does eat meat when he goes out with his father or his friends. Shit, I even pay for it when he goes out to eat. But the smell of meat nauseates me for a variety of reasons, but I can suck on it.
Okay, but I can suck on it wasn't part of it.
That wasn't part of it. I threw that out there.
So it's okay for the kids to eat meat out of the house, but not in the house. So you know what? Then they go to the fast food joint every fucking time they're over.
Yeah. Whoever the fuck is messaging me about my dead child, you are bottom feeders.
What?
That was the second edit. Whoever is sending me messages and making fun of my dead child, you are bottom feeders. I don't think that was even a part of the topic, so somehow someone must have catfished this person.
He had a dead kid?
Maybe that's what turned him.
Oh,
the plot thickens. Please, sir, if you're out there, sir, add a third edit or email us at voices, because I want to know, man.
Where did that kid... Did you feed him vegetables?
Dude, you can come on this show. We could talk about this shit. I want to know. Yeah, maybe the kid had meat in his system. I want to talk to this fucking guy. Fuck him.
Oh, my God.
Fuck him. Holy shit. For the love. I'm telling you, man. What a wild, wild thing. So, what do you think? Asshole or not?
He's an asshole for the food. I don't care. Like, he's being affectionate. Like, that's what kids need. So, you know, I don't have a problem with any of that. It's the food. But, you know what? If they're going out of the house and they're allowed to eat meat out of the house and he's just not involved, then okay. Mm-hmm. Just, you know what? I'll take you out and we'll go to Burger King or whatever and get a freaking awesome-ass Whopper. Mm-hmm. That's what I would do. So,
well, he does eat meat when they're outside the house. He just can't smell it. And, you know, I kind of do understand it, but maybe they can compromise and get some kind of different meat for him. Like, maybe like chicken nuggets or something that doesn't smell in the house. Like, I understand, like, maybe frying the meat or maybe grill outside. A compromise for the kid. Or
lunch meat. You can't smell lunch meat, right?
I mean, yeah, like, is
Get
this guy...
cold cuts.
I mean, like, I know he's gay, but is he that much of a fucking diva that he can't even smell meat that's being cooked outside? I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
Oh, Jesus. Before the whole gay community starts hating me even more, let's go to the next one here. Am I the asshole? And wait, this one's going to be your favorite one.
Because it's the last motherfucking one.
You got some big plans this weekend, I know.
I know. Sitting there watching TV. Who knows what I'm going to watch? Oh my God, Cara Maria finally fucking showed up.
Ooh, the cute one. I like her.
I was so freaking happy. She showed up on the challenge this week. I have been waiting and waiting and waiting. And my boy's about to show up next week. I know it's going to be him. I am pumped.
Is her hair still awesome?
The last two for last. Her hair looks good, although she added,
more colors.
Like a patch of gray or something. Like, get rid of that.
I don't think she added that patch of gray. I think Mother Nature added that patch of gray.
No, it's dyed. It's definitely dyed because it doesn't look right. Like, get rid of that and go back to the reddish purple crap she had going on. I was so fucking happy.
I'm happy for you. Shit.
It has been years. Oh, God. So
I haven't seen you this happy.
Oh, I was so happy to see her.
I haven't seen you this happy since last time I pretended I was dead.
Yeah, well, you know, the little
things. I did a good job that time, man. You were so fucking happy. It was, yeah. This person wants to know, am I the asshole for heavily limiting my stepdaughter's shower usage?
Oh, God.
So you're limiting the stepdaughter's shower usage. So I assume she's in there a long time.
30 minutes or something. Like, yeah, you can't, be in there forever.
They've got one of those old
long
school
enough
houses.
to clean yourself and, at least 20, 25 minutes. You can't be in there 45 an hour.
Well, I would rather have cold water and good-smelling people in my house than a bunch of stank motherfuckers and hot water.
A nice, super hot shower feels really good, and sometimes you don't want to get out.
I guess, yeah.
You're standing there, I'm like, I really don't want to get out right now, and the water feels good.
I lose track of time. Here we go. My husband and I got married 3 years ago and now have a 2-month-old daughter. We were best friends for 6 years prior to this. He has a 12-year-old daughter with his ex, and she's honestly great. I love everything about that girl. She's sweet outside of her shower usage. She showers twice a day.
What's wrong with that?
Once before school and once around 5 p.m. She stays in about 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes every single time. Sounds like she figured out how to masturbate. That's probably what she's doing in there. When I was a kid, that's what I was doing in there for fucking an hour and a half in the fucking bathtub playing with myself.
But you're a boy.
I was a kid. That's what you fucking do, man, when you first figure that shit out, you know? And that's probably what she's doing in there, you know? Her hot water's electric and her shower usage has raised our bill to nearly $600 a month for the past 4 months. How the fuck is she showering that?
An hour twice a day.
That doesn't sound right, does it? That much?
Oh no, our water bill is nowhere near that.
Yeah, and this shower's running all the time.
An hour twice a day? Really? Like, where the fuck do they live?
Whenever I talk to her dad about it, I'm met with it's something we have to get used to because we're not going to tell her she can't shower. She uses all the hot water and considers she showers around dinner time and the kitchen sink affects the temperature of the shower. She's constantly screaming out of the bathtub to turn off the kitchen sink, and I'm literally trying to cook and need the water to do so. Why can't she just wait till later, like a fucking normal person, before bed or something? I don't know. I told her several times not to use the shower during the hours of 4 to 6 so I can cook and do dishes, but she always claims to forget or gets extremely pissed off and causes a bunch of tension in the house because she feels gross and needs to shower right that minute. I'm starting to grow resentful because there have been several times I've attempted to bathe our daughter, bathe myself, or do the dishes, and there's been no hot water. My husband also takes 2 showers a day.
Oh my god. Okay, so, alright, because I was going to say, just her doing that, it can't be $600. So now we have that her dad does it too. So she learned it from somewhere. Like, the girl is clean. So, like, you can't be bitchy because she's clean.
Yeah.
At the same time, you don't need an hour-long shower.
I don't know, but the husband takes 2 showers a day, once before work and once immediately following work. So
that's shady.
That's a little shady.
She at least waits a couple hours after she's been home. Yeah. He's doing it immediately.
Yeah, he fucking rushes past his wife, drops his briefcase and runs to the shower.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he comes home at 6. He comes home at 6. His shift ends at 4. He also complains because when he gets home there's no hot water, but he never says anything to his daughter. But recently they cut my husband's hours down to half the time he usually had because the company's threatening to go under. So the financial responsibilities have been 80% on my shoulders. It used to be 50-50. I told him that since I'm now paying significantly more than he is, I refuse to pay this much for electric, and him and his daughter both will be limited to 1 shower a day for no more than half an hour. I told his daughter this as well. Both are calling me controlling and have disregarded everything I said and still shower twice a day for 45 minutes.
Then don't pay the water bill.
How about they shower together? Once in the morning and once in the evening, but like, motherfuckers, if you want to get your 2 showers, you have to do it together because I'm paying this fucking bill.
Yeah, don't pay the water bill. Let it get shut off and be like, I told you, I'm not doing it.
Listen, I'm a clean freak. I love clean. Once a day is fine.
Once a day is fine, and I don't mind twice a day, but not for 2 hours.
It's still twice a day is still crazy. You don't need to shower twice a day. Just shower in the morning and you're good. And unless you work a fucking nasty job.
Yeah, what is he doing?
I mean, unless you work in a seafood market.
Is he construction? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, like construction. If you do something physical where you come home stinking all day, you know, then I can understand too. But other than that, I mean, if you work in an office building all day, just fucking shower once a day. You know, you should be all right. So anyway, they think I'm an asshole and they're financially ruining me, and I'm not putting up with it anymore. I literally have maybe $200 a month after I pay all the bills and a baby that needs diapers. This is gross, but I've literally been only able to shower twice without the baby since I had her because of them. Either bathe her or bathe myself thoroughly, and I need to bathe the baby because she's super chunky and gets stuff trapped in the baby rolls and she gets rashes.
Oh, she's a cute baby.
She's a little chunker, man.
Oh my god, a baby you want to squeeze.
So this wasn't normal until recently. My stepdaughter moved in with us in September for school because her mom moved out of district and she wanted to stay in the same school. So this is all new stuff to me. My husband always showered twice a day, but the bill was still significantly less because his showers don't exceed 20 minutes. Does this make me an asshole?
No.
No?
I'm sorry, it does not. I would just be like, yeah. You there's no reason to take an hour-long shower.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's too bad there isn't like a switch.
Yeah.
Is there a switch where like, okay, it's been 25 minutes, go out and hit the switch and then it's ice cold water that's pouring on her? Time to get the fuck out, bitch, because I can't keep paying for it.
There are timers, I think.
Is there? Because that's what she needs, I think. And like, because I mean, it's good that she's clean, but at the same time, like, I don't think maybe show her the water bill. Like, I can't pay this. Like, you need to, like, help out here.
Yeah, you guys got to help the fuck out. And you can't be an asshole because this is your money. You're paying the bills. You got to be like, listen, man, you can't be doing this all the time.
Either cut the shower time down, or I'm not paying the bill.
Yeah.
And then there won't be any water. Mm-hmm. And that's it. Yeah. And then she can go for the baby, go and buy the jugs of water, do what she's got to do. Boil it, make sure it's warm or whatever, and wash the baby. Like, I would stop paying that fucking bill.
Very weird behavior.
It would be you talk, and if nothing changed, then done.
Oh yeah, the kid. What is the kid doing all day? Is she in sports or something? Is she like a cheerleader? Is she getting sweaty? What is her deal that she has to come home and shower a second time?
Knowing that the dad does it, I'm thinking she just thinks that's
routine.
normal.
Yeah, that
maybe her mom does it too. Like, who knows?
Yeah, they probably. Yeah, if the dad's doing it twice a day, the mom probably did. They probably bathe her twice a day. And this became a routine. That could be it. They probably
But the hour, that's way too damn long. You can't. But she's a kid and she doesn't understand. So you need to like physically show her a bill. Yeah. Be like, I really can't with diapers and formula and stuff. I can't afford this.
Absolutely.
You know, just talk to her like a human, but you have to show her. You have to have it in your hand, or she's just not gonna. She's not gonna give a fuck.
I'm with you.
So
nice and easy there for you. Yeah. What do you got planned for the weekend? I don't remember.
Did I say she was an asshole? No, she's not an asshole.
Not an asshole. Can't be the asshole. It's your money.
Yeah, no. What am I doing? I'll probably... Today's Friday. We have a weekend. So I'll probably finish the Rewind the 90s. I have a couple episodes left. Plus I slept through 2 of them. It was...
You slept through them?
Well, yeah, I took a nap that Saturday.
That's right. I
fell asleep. I didn't mean to. I literally fell asleep on the couch, and so I didn't watch those 2. Mm-hmm. So I'll probably go back and put those on. I don't know if someone ever fucking decides to catch up on One Tree Hill. Maybe I'll start that. I don't know. Yeah. I'm done with documentaries for a little bit though. That to tell you, Grace, when it was too much. Oh, I did end up watching the Delphi murders? The Delphi girls. Okay. I don't fucking know what the hell it was called. That was on Max. And remember those 2 girls that were kidnapped? It was fucking creepy. They were kidnapped on that railroad track bridge. Mm-hmm. And the girl took a picture of the fucking guy, but it was like all blurry. You couldn't really see it.
No, I'm getting spooked. What the hell
happened? Oh my god. That was all over the news. Yeah. For like ever. No. The 2 girls were missing. They couldn't find them. They were hanging out in the woods, and like this, she knew something wasn't right, and took a picture of this guy, but you couldn't see his face. But he was on the bridge, and then there was a recording. She had recorded him saying, "Go down the hill." Like, it was creepy as fuck. And I watched that, which was an older documentary. That was a couple years old, so it's not something that just came out or anything. But I remember it being on the news, and oh my god. And they caught the guy after the documentary. I watched the documentary. I'm like, I wonder if they ever caught the guy, and they did.
Speaking of that, there was something really weird. Just because you brought up something that you saw, I saw this. I want to talk about in the intro here. There was this thing circulating that there were aliens at this fucking Miami mall, like getting shot at.
What is that? On New Year's or something?
So, yeah, I don't know, man. They said on Monday, a group of 50 teenagers caused a riot at Bayside Marketplace, not Bayside High, not to be confused there. An outdoor mall roughly 5 miles from South Beach, according to the Miami Police Department. The teens were setting off fireworks, which led to a panic as some assumed there was a shooting, and I guess 4 teens were arrested. They were saying that they were describing them as Miami mall aliens, whatever the fuck was going on. Some people on social media were sparking frenzy, saying that police were responding to aliens and not teenagers. And that several people reviewed video of the incident circulating online and claimed they could see an alien figure in the grainy footage. So there you go. Those things were circulating online, and people are saying there were aliens there. So take that for what it is. I think it's probably bullshit, just like all this crap is. I think if aliens were here, they would have had their heads exploded because they can't live on this. What?
I said they would have taken you at least.
Hey, why not, man? They probably got some good drugs on Mars.
Your dimples. You have no idea what's happening.
Pretty much.
That's the target right there.
What the fuck is going on, man? Just experiment on me. Like, why is this guy so fucked up? All right. Tell them how you can find us.
You can find us at Voice of Misery on all platforms, and then voicesofmiserypodcast at gmail.com.
Thank you, and have a great weekend, everybody in the chat. Thank you, sir. You have a great weekend as well, Brian. Take care, guys. See you next time.